How's it? Welcome back to the channel. Today we find out what fate has befallen Ron and Lindiwe. If you have not watched part 1 of the story, check it out first so that you're up to speed. The link to part 1 is in the comments below. Now tell me, what would you do if you woke up tied to a chair, unable to speak, surrounded by strangers speaking a language you didn't understand? This is not a movie. This is the terrifying continuation of Ron and Lindiwe's journey through the Great Karoo, where escape might not mean survival. I'm the Gingerbeard Man, and if you're a fan of African tales of the macabre, miraculous, or mysterious, then you've come to the right place. So buckle up. The ending of this series will keep you on the edge of your seat. Lindiwe awoke slowly. Her head was throbbing. She was tied to a chair in a dimly lit room. Ron was nearby, also tied up, unconscious but alive. Their captors were shadowy, large, and strong. They spoke in a language that Lindiwe didn't understand. Strange, because she spoke 4 languages fluently. She caught fragments here and there, but not enough to understand their intentions. Still, she could hear by the tones of their voices that it was threatening. Despite the fear, her police training kicked in. She began studying everything, the layout of the room, the captors' habits, looking for any opening, any weakness. This was far beyond anything she had ever faced before. While scanning the room, something caught her eye. On a small table next to her, there were 2 Polaroid photos. She leaned in to get a better look. It was her and Ron. A mirror in the corner gave her a view to the wall behind her. It was covered in photos, dozens of Polaroids, each of people tied to the chairs. The air felt colder. This wasn't random. She had handled stress before, but this was something entirely different. Ron began to stir. He blinked awake, confused and terrified. But seeing the calm in Lindiwe's eyes helped him. They nodded to each other. Their mouths were taped shut. Lindiwe mouthed, "It's going to be okay." Hours dragged by. Silence. Then voices, a noise at the door. Their captors tensed. Lindiwe seized the moment. She reached for the small piece of metal she had hidden. Carefully, she worked the rope loose. Minutes later, freedom. She peeled off the tape from her mouth and winced at the pain. Then whispered, "Shh, I'm going to get you out of here." She untied Ron and helped him up. They crept towards the door. A guard appeared. Thinking fast, Lindiwe distracted him with a question, then attacked. It was fast, brutal. Together they overpowered him, and they bolted into the Karoo. The cold air hit them hard, but the sun had started to rise. Light helped guide them down the dirt road. And in the distance, headlights shimmered. Cars passed. The N1. Freedom was within reach. Or so they thought. Up on a rocky ledge, a man lay beneath a blanket, camouflaged, rifle in hand. He squinted through the scope. A breath held. He slowly squeezed the trigger. 2 shots broke the silence. Back on the road, their friends, the Vermarks, waited at the next caravan park. Lindiwe and Ron never arrived. Calls went unanswered. Worry turned to action. The authorities were contacted. A search began immediately. Lindiwe's phone pinged last, just outside of Fontein, but no trace of them was found. Not them, not the bakkie, nor the caravan. The days passed. One by one, search crews left the area. The last one to leave, Officer Lambton. New to the force, he didn't know Lindiwe personally, but still felt the bond of the badge. He made a quick stop at a petrol station just outside the Great Karoo. He picked up a Red Bull and walked to the counter. A short, plump woman with sausages for fingers rang him up. He smiled. Nice ring, he said. She smiled back. Thank you. It's from my husband. He almost asked why it hung from a chain, but thought better of it. He paid and left. As Lambton walked on, the ring on the chain slowly rotated. The chain untangled. If someone had looked closely, they would have seen the engraving. Ron and Lindiwe, 2000. Two shots echoed across the Karoo. A ring at a petrol station reveals more than words could. What really happened to Ron and Lindiwe? Is there more to this dusty road than meets the eye? If you were hooked by today's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more stories of the macabre, mysterious, and miraculous. And tell me in the comments below, do you think that Ron and Lindiwe are still alive? Until next time, stay safe. God bless.